streaming, where it says I'm live, but I don't see my video. There we go, now I'm live. Okay, if y'all heard anything weird beforehand, I apologize. But hey, here we go, I'm live now. So, today we're going to go ahead and unbox the X52 Professional HOTAS by Logitech. With all the recent games coming out, flight sims and everything, the supply dried up really fast. And the only thing you could find were really cheap ones, or ones that were supposed to be cheap were 3-4 times the price. The basic Logitech joystick that usually goes for $35 is going from anywhere from $80 to $150. So lots of scalping going on there, unfortunately. But hey, we got this, found it at a great price. I'd like to start off by saying I am not sponsored by anyone, unfortunately. I would love to be, but I'm not. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and unbox this. We're going to get to it, because one of the games I have in mind is Star Wars Squadrons. It's amazing. I tried it with a mouse. It was horrendous. I knew it would be horrendous, and it was worse than I thought. So let's go ahead and get to unboxing this guy here. Literally have not even opened the box yet. So got all the stickers and everything on there. And hopefully that is all I will need of the knife. And I say that, and then there's stickers on the side. Alright. So let's go ahead and open up those. I haven't played a good flight sim in some time, and I kind of miss it, so I'm really excited for Star Wars Squadrons. And I'll actually be able to do it correctly. So let's go ahead and turn it this way, since that's the way it's opening. There we go. Obviously nothing too special, just normal packaging. Pretty standard. I mean, at least this is sturdy. That's good, at least. I'm just going to take it out of the box now. Hopefully the camera will focus a little better there. Get that out of the way. Alright, so first off we got the regular book. You know, kind of expected, you don't really pay attention. It says to plug in the USB. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all know that. Hey, Weary, how you doing? Stickers intact, yes. That is the true sign there. Alright, so another cable here. I don't know if we'll be using that, but hey, it's an option, I guess. You know, I'm not even sure what these cables are actually called. I know they're a data cable. But actually, I don't know, because I've never actually used one before for anything. So, we got this guy here. Looks like we have some suction cups. So you can sit there and plop it down so it won't move anywhere. Although, yeah, I have a mat here, so there's no way it's going to actually suction cup to that. Toss those to the side. Boom, there we go. Get some of that fantastic glare going on there. And again, USB cable. I assume that's going to be more than enough for this guy. Alright. So here is the throttle. I'll put that right there. I'm going to have to reverse this here in a second just so you guys can kind of see what I will be seeing here later on. There we go. And there's the actual flight stick itself, and there's nothing left on the box I can see. Toss that aside. And it's actually pretty lightweight too. I was a little surprised. I thought it'd be heavier, but it is actually pretty light. So basically, if you were to use this guy, this is what it would look like for you. You'll have your throttle here. That feels kind of nice, actually. It's not too stiff, not too loose. It loosened up a little bit the first time I moved it. That's fine. It's still got a great motion. All right, and the control stick. So let's go and start with the control stick first, and we'll get to the thruster assembly here shortly. All right, so this guy. Let's go and rotate it like this so you guys can kind of see the basics of it. So that is a little loose there. Actually, it feels like the weight is pulling it. So that is one thing. Obviously, you won't be playing this with it, you know, sitting on its side. That wouldn't be pointless. So it should obviously be here. And that's got a nice movement. You know, rotation. Let's see if you guys can hear that. Feels pretty good so far. It's a little odd. I know you can adjust the height on this thing too. Okay, so I was kind of looking at it right now. So you got a safety button right here. Flip that up and launch your rockets, whatever else. You got a control stick here. It's got a directional there. You can kind of feel it as it goes around. And same with this guy here. It looks like it's got 4. Yeah, so that's just left, right, up, down. This one, let's see. That's got a little more positional on there. A little bit more. Okay. Nothing too fancy there. And let's see. So you're going to have these guys here as well. There's a mode selector here. I'm not too sure what this will do. Or what specifically it does. Nice little bit of a click there. It's not very secure feeling. It feels almost a little cheap. Maybe it's a PS2 cable. I don't know. Just wanted to properly know. So this is the kind of cable you used to get with like your mice and stuff. Like that is what like it used to connect with. So essentially, it's just data specifically meant for peripherals and whatnot. So I'm assuming that probably give better reliability if I put it in that way. I'm assuming. I don't really know. I'll probably look that up though because I'm actually curious if there's a difference between the USB and this data cable here. All right. Oh, so the other cool thing here. So you can put a screw in here and a screw in here to bolt it down to the desktop. So while you're doing your thing, you're not gonna, you know, flip it over because you're really trying to make that turn. And again, this does feel kind of loose here. You can kind of feel it sit in here a little bit. Let's see. Obviously, it'll jiggle a little bit back and forth. Nothing too crazy. Oh, it's actually called a PS/2. Okay. There you go, Barry. Barry coming to the rescue and fixing my my lack of knowledge there. Alright, so I mean, it's all pretty basic. Nothing too crazy on here. So I'm going to kind of show off this guy here. It's got different levels here you can adjust the bottom to. So if you got a smaller hand, it's a little tight, you can loosen it. And then, see if I can get a better view on that. And then, keyword is should be able to move this. I'm missing something here. It is loose, but it's just not moving. Okay, so that's something to be aware of, is that there is a little secret here of some sort, somewhere, that's holding it in place. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know. Maybe this guy comes out all the way. Let's see. So if I pull that out, oh nope, that locks in place, so it doesn't actually do that. So I know I had seen this move on another video I had been watching. Can that be unlocked? I might actually have to look at the instructions. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, wait. Hold on, did I add something there? So this is not immediately obvious, but it... Oh, okay, so it's just this weird... Okay, there you go. Once you figure out how to move it, it actually moves fairly decently. You kind of have to grip it on both sides here to move. There we go. Okay, so that's what the trick is. So it fits into the slot up here. You got to pull that out and then lift it up to adjust it. So you see those slots there. Pull it out. Again, pull it out. You can't really tell too well there. Jeez. And then it'll kind of move around a bit there. So let's go and adjust that for myself real quick. Let's see, how does that feel here? All right. There we go. So that'll work for me right there on the second ring up. This side is a little weird here. I wonder if it's just not even? No, well, looks even. Okay. So we're good. So you get that in there. You get it so you can rest your hand on there a little bit so it's more comfortable. You see my hand now fits nicely in there. There's the trigger again. And there is a pinky trigger, which actually is not comfortable in this position. So I'm going to have to lower that. Okay, so I'm going to drop that down one slot there. And yeah, the two sides don't perfectly line up, so you just have to kind of pay attention when you're putting that in there. Alright, screw it back in. Alright. And now that gives me a little better feel down there. It's still a little weird. Like, I don't like pushing anything with my pinky, but I mean, it's there, it works. I don't know what it's for, but we'll find out in one of the games, I'm sure. So overall, it does feel pretty nice. It isn't like super great feeling. Like for almost 200 bucks, like they probably could put a little more quality into that, but it's still lightweight. It's nice. It's got fake metal on there, I think, and plastic. Got these buttons here. They return to home, up, down. I'm assuming you can kind of set those to selectors. Not too sure. Again, I haven't played myself a flight sim in some time. So let's go ahead and set this aside and grab the throttle. Alright, so here's a throttle assembly here. Oh, I see what that is. This connects. Okay, so let's kind of show this off real quick. This is how you connect these two together. You see they both have the connector in there, and that cable connects the two together. I'm assuming, because this one does not have a USB, the actual joystick doesn't have a USB coming out of it anywhere. So it looks like this will hook into here, and that goes straight into the PC. So now we know what it's for. It's to link the two together. Yay. All right. So just kind of look at this guy here. So also you'll be using this with your left hand. I don't believe it's ambidextrous, that I can tell. I don't see any way to kind of swap it around or anything, obviously. And the shape of it kind of prevents that as well. Just see if I can give you guys kind of a better view here from a few angles. There we go. There we go. So you can see it's got a little screen here, nothing too fancy, and oh, there's a peel here too. If I can get it. And there we go. Little protective cover there. Alright. Oh, and so on the side here you can see, I don't know how well you can read that, it says force. I really do need a better camera there. So it looks like that should adjust the restriction. And right now, actually, the default feels pretty good. Like, it's nothing too crazy. Sits firm. I am worried about when playing games. No, I mean, that's still pretty sturdy. Like, on here, it's not sliding around. It's not moving. Like, I really have to put some force in it to move it around. So let's go and see what the force does. We'll go and turn that force up all the way. See how that works? And yeah, you can definitely feel the difference there. Turn that force down now. Or maybe, oh no, that's weird. So I guess if you go too far one direction or the other, then that doesn't work so well. adjust that. Oh, that is super tight all of a sudden. Okay, so the force thing is a little funky there, it seems. Let's go ahead and unwind that. There we go. I felt it get loose there now. Feels like it just wasn't catching at first. Yeah, so that's much looser. If you prefer to have a nice, easy throttle. And it kind of sets into grooves. Like you can feel the groove. Like you can kind of feel when it centers out right there. There's a nice little kind of bump in the groove there as it's sliding. When it goes forward, right about here, you feel like a little bit, I don't know, harder to move. And then it kind of clicks in all the way to full throttle. And same when you're going in reverse as well. And one of the cool things you see on here, if you guys can actually read that, is it actually has like kind of like a meter there of some sort. I know the camera is not picking that up very well, but just kind of give you an idea of what your thrust percentage is. Obviously all the way down is going to be 0, and all the way up it goes up to 100. So that's kind of cool. So now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other things here. So maybe there's some RGB in here or something. I'm not too sure. We'll find out when we actually power it up. Let's see. So there is some sort of a button here, a slider. Not sure what the slider does. We'll find out at some point though. You got a 4-way directional button here. So up, down, left, right again on this. You have whatever the E does. I guess you can program that in. And this dial also turns back and forth. So I'm not sure what that'll do again, but that's another option for something. There's the little button on the side here. And this is all programmable too, and every single game you play is going to have a different setup. This is one of the more popular ones as well, so it's probably going to help. So, more buttons on the side here. Some kind of a... Oh, that's what that is. That is your mouse. So this is like if you're left clicking, and this guides you around the map, I guess. So say you want to do VR with it, because you know VR sounds really cool, because you can look up VR to Squadrons and other games. Instead of having to switch back and forth between a mouse, your hand can just stay on here the whole time. You can move around the mouse on the screen, select what you want, click, and move on. So that way you're not sitting there fumbling around, where did I put my mouse at? Oh, it's over here, got it. You know, that kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. And this actually, one thing I forgot to look at here is there is a lock on the side, so it does not twist back and forth if the game doesn't support it or you don't want it to support it. I don't know how to engage that. I actually don't know how to engage that. It does not move, obviously. It's something I'll have to look at the directions for. So that's another thing to kind of remind yourself of there. I do like the clicks of the buttons. Yeah, I like it. That makes me happy. Alright, so again, this has a little data screen on here. It's got some more buttons in here, up and down. So this will eternally roll one way or the other. I know you can't really see me moving it that well on this camera, but it does just keep scrolling. And same with this one. This is an MFD select. I'm not sure what that is. Reset, start, stop. Alright, so it's pretty straightforward seeming. Oh, and you got another little something here. Again, these are all going to be customizable, whichever game you're playing. So that's going to leave a lot of opportunity to customize it any way you want. Let's go and hook these two up just to kind of see the product fully assembled there. Maybe. Okay, it's a bit of a stiff fit in there. And if you want to avoid the cables getting in the way, I will route mine back behind my monitor stand there. And then that right in there. There we go. And then, of course, this will go into the computer, which is literally right there. So I'll put that in there. And actually, for the way this sits, I will actually have to lift up my chair, too. Just get a little more comfortable with this. There we go. Oh, I'm sitting up way higher now. I know you guys can't see this, but it's definitely different. So, yeah, this is actually pretty comfortable. Right up on it. Sit there and play like this for a while. This is, yeah, kind of nice and comfortable. I enjoy it. So I'm actually really excited to get this going, though, and try it out. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think. And again, this is coming from someone who doesn't play too many flight sims too often, has not had anything better than like a cheap $20 joystick before. So kind of take this as you will, as an amateur who's kind of getting into a little bit of the more professional flight sim stuff. Obviously it says professional in the title, and you can't really see me doing the air quotes, but that doesn't mean it's professional grade quality. There's some much more expensive, much more expansive HOTAS out there. And HOTAS, what does it stand for? I don't remember, actually. Let's do a quick Google on that. So HOTAS, hands-on throttle and stick. That just means your hands are on throttle and stick. That's all it is. I may have to adjust myself a little bit more here. So if I'm playing, I'm going to be playing like this. So obviously that's kind of far off to the side here. Another thing I would do, obviously I have a keyboard. The keyboard would potentially go in the center if I wanted to keep it there, or move it off to the side like it is now while I'm streaming. And just getting everything going here. And I'm really excited to get this going with a VR. The VR is going to be awesome with this. So, I mean, that's really all I have as far as the unboxing goes. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's a joystick and a throttle. And they go together. And the real test is going to be when I'm actually using them. So what I may end up doing is getting Star Wars Squadrons going to some point, set up my, my webcam, which is right there. So it's pointing at these, so you can kind of see how I'm going, how I'm playing, what I'm doing. Just so you can kind of get experience, see what happens. That might be kind of cool. Just put it on the side a little bit there. These do feel pretty good overall, though. Good range. Like, you really have to put some force into it to get it to pop off of there. And again, the suction cups, looks like they go right on the bottom here somewhere. Or, yeah. Some more mounting areas so you can mount it. Yeah, this is it though. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. I usually respond to everything, and I'm excited to kind of hear what people's input is. If they've used it before, if they haven't used it before, if they want to use it, if they have questions about how to use it, anything else. So yeah, keep comments below. I'll respond. All the good stuff. Hope you all have yourselves a wonderful day. And because it is currently November 2nd, everyone go out and vote. Voting is good. Voting is excellent. Do the vote. I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, etc. I'm going to be signing off. And yeah, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it. I will talk to you all later. GamerTrem signing out.